please hit that subscribe button.
Hey everybody.
Better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Locked on and he scored! And we're live. Hey everybody. So I just quickly want to touch on the possible 24-team tournament-style playoffs that the NHL is currently considering as one of the options for when hockey does come back to try and finish up this season. Now, this is not official yet. There's certainly nothing guaranteed saying that this is going to happen or anything like that. Literally, it seems like every week, whatever the most popular proposal seems to change on a weekly basis. I really have no clue what exactly is going on as far as what is likely to happen and what isn't. But right now, at least the flavor of the week this week is the 24-team kind of tournament-style playoffs. That's been getting a lot of traction, and we've seen NHL insiders Elliot Friedman and Pierre LeBrun talk about this a lot. That's really gaining traction, apparently, in talks between the NHL and the NHLPA as far as something that, both sides might be able to come to an agreement on. So I wanted to touch on it a little bit and just give my thoughts on what I think about the possibility of that and if it were to happen. I actually think that would be pretty cool. Now, certainly this is just given the current situation. Now, this is not something that I would ever want them to go to regularly or as the new thing as far as playoffs go. They should not be changing the NHL playoffs. But given the current situation where they're not able to finish the season, no one's doing anything right now, this is probably best case scenario is that if it's a way for them to finish this year and actually award a champion, then I'm all for it. At this point, and I've said this on this channel, on various live streams and different videos, that I just want hockey back. At this point, I really don't care how they do it. I just want hockey back. What I don't want is things from this season to carry on beyond this season. They're going to have to make some changes to come back. And particularly the playoff format might be one of those things. I don't want that to carry on beyond this season, but as far as this current situation that we're in, where they really are just trying to desperately find any way to finish this year, I think that the 24-team, tournament type thing would actually be pretty cool. It'd kind of be like a hockey version of March Madness in a way. I think you definitely see a lot of upsets, particularly in that first play-in round, I think. And I think that'd be really fun and actually keep things exciting and keep teams on the edge of their seats. And certainly keep us all entertained at home watching 100%. But basically, the most popular format, again, none of this is official. None of this has been agreed to. This is all speculation. But the most popular format that I've seen talked about is basically what they would do is the top 4 teams in each conference would get a bye. They would not have to play in that first play-in round. And then the bottom 4 playoff teams and the first 4 teams out of the playoffs would be seeded, and they would basically play in a play-in round. And I think I've heard a lot of talk about it being probably best of 3, because that's basically adding an extra round to the playoffs. So you're not going to get a full 7-game first play-in round. That would be adding a full 7-game series to the already 2-month-long playoffs. You would not be able to do that. I think it's going to either be 5-game series or a 3-game series. Honestly, I like the 3-game series idea because it would be quick. You'd play it in a week, and it would it'd be really, really fun to watch, I think. And I think you'd get a lot of upsets. And, you have teams now getting back into the playoff picture that weren't in the playoff picture. Teams like Chicago, who was not going to make it. Montreal was not going to make it. Now, sure, they'd be the bottom seed in this in this bracket. But still, that maybe a team like Chicago could pull out win a couple games and at least make it past that first play-in round, or a team like Montreal, or a team like Minnesota, even maybe. It'd be really, really interesting and fun to watch and see how that would go. And when you're trying to get things done quickly, like the NHL would be trying to get it done pretty quickly, I think best of 3 is the way to go. You'd have one group play on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You'd have another group play on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. They'd get their day off between games, and literally in a week, that whole play-in round is done. And then you'd be left with 16 teams after that first play-in round, and you'd go into the regular NHL playoffs. And then that would be best of 7, obviously, and you'd have July, in August to play out the playoffs. But overall, I'd be kind of on board with this 24-team thing. I think it'd be really fun to watch. And again, at this point, I've said it many times that I really don't care how they come back. I just want hockey back in some way. Just to finish this season, and then I really hope that by next year we're back to things just being normal again. Things in this hockey world should be back to completely normal for the start of next season. But to find a way to finish out this season, I think is really important. And I just, again, really don't care how they do it. I'm fully on board with this 24-team thing. I think it'd be really fun to watch. It'd be really exciting. Obviously want best of 7 series, but if they needed to cut it down to best of 5 just for time reasons, I think best of 5 series would be really fun too, and that would up the urgency in every single game matters in the playoffs to begin with. Never mind if it was best of 5 and not best of 7. Like if you got down 2-0 in a best of 5 series, like that would be crazy, like the level of urgency and the level of intensity that would ramp up there. But obviously I want 7-game series because there's nothing better than a 7-game series. But just, at this point, I just want hockey back. I just want the league doing anything that they can to finish out this year. And, it's only a one-time thing. This is not something that I would really ever want to see again. But just as far as given the current situation and where we're at, it's better than nothing. And that's the big thing here is it's better than nothing. I want to watch hockey games. Where, any way possible. Fans, no fans, it's going to be no fans. Best of 3 series, best of 7 series, 24-team playoffs, 16-team. I just want to watch hockey games. Hockey needs to come back. We need to have something. So this is better than nothing. I'm definitely not going to complain about it. Any way that they do it is fine with me. I just want hockey back. So I think it'd be really cool. And, if they can't, if they don't want to do like a full, the regular playoffs because there's going to be teams right on the bubble and they're not able to finish the regular season. This gives, pretty much any team that was close to a playoff spot would have now be in it and have a chance. And I think it'd be really, really interesting and a lot of fun to watch. And it'd almost be like that March Madness, especially that first play-in round. If they only did best of 3 series, that'd be very... March Madness in basketball obviously is one and done. It's one game and that's it. But it'd be kind of like a hockey version of March Madness with a very short series. And I think it'd be a really, really exciting and a lot of fun to watch. But that's just my opinion on it. I just wanted to touch on it because obviously there's a lot of talk in the hockey world about this now. And that's kind of the big flavor of the week as far as teams coming back. Or the game coming back and us getting playoffs this year. So, again, I just want hockey back in any way. At this point, I really don't care how they do it. Just bring it back. And as long as things go back to normal for next season, I don't want them to make these new things like go beyond this year. But given our current situation, I just think they need to do whatever it takes to get hockey back on the ice. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys soon.